next week's start we at Monza again in Tomaso Mangusta. Quite a tricky one to drive with all its weight transfer. You can see it. Here's how much it's about. Then you get into it. Terrible brakes on this thing, so you want to brake quite early. So as the service road joins to the track over here before the 200 board, that's when you start braking. Brake early. To the brakes, gear down, release the brakes quite late. Corner, short shift into second or exit, and start accelerating out partial throttle first, go full. Quite gentle throttle initially, as just rears there. Left to the red line over here, left to the tire corner, and again you want to start braking early. So you see these tire marks starting on the road just before the 200 board. You want to brake just about as you get to it, but definitely before the 200 board. Down into third, keep braking longer than you think you need to, and as the curb on the right starts, you want to start releasing the brakes, and then you want to basically coast through this first part of the corner, and as you straighten up, you can give it a bit of throttle just to turn in towards the right hand side. Partial throttle, don't go full. Go over that second curb as well, patient on the throttle, and you go full. Keep it in third over there, just be careful on the exit. Now before the 50 board there, you can see there's just a bit of a patch of sunlight behind the speedometer over here. I was using that as a brake marker, so just as you get to that, tap the brakes, keep it in third, partial throttle through the corner, and as you just exit. This corner is quite critical, so as you pass the 100 board, there's a sector line over there. Just as you pass that, you want to start braking, so brake very early on this one. Short shift into fourth as you turn in over here, partial throttle through the corner, and go full as you straighten up and rear end. As you get onto this straight, short shift into fifth, just off the gear shift indicator. Looking out for the 200 board, and just as you get to this point, just before it, you can see a bit of a couple of patches of sunlight again, or there's a shadow of trees on the barrier on the right hand side, or the post before the 200 board. That's when you start braking. So again, early on the brakes, down into third, and as you get to the start of the curve or 50 board, you want to start releasing the brakes as you pass that. Keep it in third, accelerate a bit, partial throttle through here, short shift into fourth, make it through that corner, lift ever so slightly if you need to, just don't run high on the exit, short shift into fifth over here, keeping it back all the way through until you get to this point just before the 150 board. Once braking, down into third, as you get to the marsh box, you'll be releasing it through the corner, short shift into fourth, and as you get to the orange paint barrier on the right hand side of a bit of an opening, so you start accelerating, go flat out at that point, lose it, short shift into fourth again, over the line, so it's flat.